Hi, welcome to the Daddykirbs Farm. I agree with you. There's some design flaws on the horizontal hive. I'm going to show you how I'm going to fix two of them. I guess it's not really design flaws in the hive itself, but many of you in the last video, which by the way, thanks for watching that and sharing that. That video did really well for me. Many of you in the comments pointed out that these hives might be a little top heavy and could possibly blow over in a windstorm. So we're going to fix that and we're going to get them leveled up at the same time. I think the concern is that this box way up here is going to get really heavy and in a windstorm could possibly blow over. Now it feels fairly sturdy, so I don't think it's that big of a risk, but there is the possibility that a good wind could come through and topple that over. So we're going to reinforce the bottom, giving us the ability to level the hive and make sure it's a little more stable just in case we do get a good Texas wind blowing through here. Before I start adding braces to the bottom, I'm going to see where it's unlevel. So this side over here, you can see the bubble. The bubble's to the left, that means the right side is a little low. And it looks like the front of this hive, that side, is also a little low. So we're going to have to bring up the front and raise up that right side a little bit. I am wearing my bee jacket just in case. I'm also wearing the cool vest underneath. It's got the ice cubes in it. Help me keep a little cooler out here. I'm hoping not to put the veil up, but if these guys start coming out and questioning my right to be here, I might have to put that veil on. We're going to have to get that side lifted up over there, but let's see here. We got to get the front of this hive up just a little bit as well. And generally I can tell how high it has to come up because when I get that bubble on, I come over here and look how much space there is there. That's how high that leg has to come off the ground. To help me out here, I brought out a tent stake. It would be nice to have wooden shims or plastic shims, but I didn't have any in the shed. I thought I did. So I'm just going to use the angle on this tent stake to help me pull this side up to know when it's level, and then we'll get that brace put on. Perfect. I like it best when I do a project that I have scrap material laying around that I can use and not go spend money on new material. Well, that was the case. I had some 2x6s that are treated boards, but they were not being used for anything. So I cut them in 30-inch lengths. The width of these legs from front to back is about 22 inches. So with this across the bottom, it's going to give me that extra stability and the ability to level this hive up. Since I have that tent stake under here and it's all leveled up on top, I slide this in place, just centering it by eyeball. It doesn't have to be exact. And I'll run some screws through both legs. We got one leg done, or two legs actually, one side. Now we can come over here and get these two done, all leveled up. Again, we're using that tent stake just to wedge in there, get that leveled up with the back. And you can see here, we're pretty close. Now we can check our level. Looks like we're pretty good that way. Oops, I forgot to bring it up. Now we can do it right. I decided to pick up a 1x4, and it just so happens that putting that 1x4 under there brings that level exactly where it should be. Again, with the tent stake, using it as a wedge, this is all leveled up. It's leveled up the other way. Now we get that brace on. Now you can get a better idea by looking at the back side over here, how those legs are now off the ground. but that horizontal brace is going to bring it up off the ground, keep it level, and add more stability this way. As the winds blow, it's going to take a whole lot more to knock that over. It just adds a few extra inches there on the bottom, a lot more lateral stability. Now some of you are probably asking, why didn't the bees in this hive bother you while you were playing with it? Here's a secret. That little 5-frame newt that I put in here, they all left. I guess that little nuke was not prepared for a move like that, and they decided to swarm up and leave. I believe they swarm and left because there's nothing in here. No bees, they're gone. I do have a bit of an ant problem though, it seems. I'm going to take these frames that are in here, I'm going to take them up to the house and put them in the freezer. That will keep the bugs, ants, beetles, and moths from getting in there and destroying all that comb. And I can use them again in another hive at some point. Right, there's a moth right there. Ready to move in. Now we're going to level up a hive that has bees in it. We're going to try to bump around a little less and get it done right the first time so we don't have to keep moving it. Oh yeah, way off that way. And a little off that way as well. Okay, hive number 2 here, horizontal hive number 2 is leveled up and more stable. Let's go ahead and open it and see how the bees are doing. On the front, it appears that they're doing okay, just because there's some there and they're coming and going. There are no bees in the other one, so let's just open this up. Take a peek. I still haven't fixed my veil. Someone suggested sewing it up with fishing line. Another person suggested Velcro. I think both are worthy of a good shot. I also thought about maybe gluing each of the little holes up with super glue. I don't know if that would work or not. But for now, it's still unfixed. So let's just take a peek. Looks like they're doing okay. Just by the removing one board. They do have those little ants in here too. Maybe it's only a problem when the colony's not very strong. Alright, those look good all the way down here. Excuse me. Yeah. Alright, I'm gonna take a few boards off down closer to this other end and not go too far with my exploration. There's no need to, really, not today. Let me turn this around here, come down here and look at some of these boards on the other end. Now, some beekeepers right now in this area are reporting that they have some flow. There are some things producing pollen and nectar. I don't know. I haven't seen... Well, there is some nectar in there. That's a good sign. That's good. So that was the very last board, or the very last frame, I mean. And there was nectar. Let's see here. Same thing here. So they are finding nectar somewhere. Because this did not have, there was a tiny little bit of nectar last week when we were in here, but not enough to really say there was any sort of a flow. All right. It's not much, but it is something. So we're going to go ahead and button this up. I also did like the idea, the suggestion to get the hinges that lock instead of just the chain. So we're going to look into that as well. Woo! Even with my cool vest on, which isn't so cool at this point, it's hot out here, but it was fun. I really like making these beekeeping videos. Here on the Daddykirbs Farm, I've done videos from gardening to orchards to chickens to ducks to even I had a pig for a short time and the goats and the horses. But I really like doing the beekeeping. Give it a like, subscribe, share it with your friends. Here on the Daddykirbs Farm, I believe everyone has a story and every story counts. Thanks for being a part of my story through this video and letting me be a part of yours. I'll talk to you soon.